Hello guys, today we are going to start with the second part of this particular topic. Okay, that is the revolutionary phase or the reform phase or the movements during 1885 to 1920. We are going to start with this particular part, that is B section of our this particular topic, contributions of Maharashtrian freedom struggle. Okay, so in this particular part, what we are going to see is what happened in this particular part, that is the wave of nationalism, or you can say in simple terms, there was rise of nationalism in Maharashtra. Not only in Maharashtra but in whole of India as such. But as we are studying Maharashtra history, we are considering it as a context. Okay, so rise of nationalism in Maharashtra. So what happened in this particular frame? Maharashtra witnessed an increase in nationalism in the mid of 19th century. Okay, what do you mean by nationalism? Now the question comes, what this particular term means? Okay, nationalism means what? Love towards your own country. What do you mean by nationalism? Love towards your country. Okay, nationalism means love towards the country, or in simple terms, you can say it is nothing but a feeling. Sorry, okay, it is a feeling that we Indians are all one. Okay, we Indians are one, and we are proud of our country. Okay, we Indians are one, and we all are proud of our country. Okay, what led to the nationalism, or what led to the rise of nationalism? The first thing is intellectual thinking. Okay, intellectual thinking led this particular nationalism. Okay, now what happened? See, the Western education, okay, or the ideas such as freedom, equality, justice, democracy, fraternity. Okay, what these particular things have done, this have enlightened us for our independence. Okay, what they've done, they have enlightened us, or they have increased our movement towards the freedom struggle or towards the independence. Okay, and you can say these all things increased national feeling, driving us towards independence. Okay, now the next thing what comes to us is what were the causes of nationalism, or you can say causes of rise of nationalism. Okay, we can denote or we can keep some causes which are responsible for the rise of nationalism. Which were those? The first one is Indian heritage or knowledge of Indian heritage. The culture which India had. Initially, when Britishers came to India, what they postulated that we are the subordinate one. We are not superficial, or we were the one which were to be ruled. White man's burden theory. So what they said, the culture, the civilization of others, or to be specific, Britishers, is more superior to that of us. But after the what you can say discovery of Harappa and all, we got to know that various different dynasties, okay, different dynasties have ruled India, and they have developed intense or very rich culture, such as Marathi culture was, as we are in Maharashtra, we'll discuss about that. But Marathi culture or Marathi literature was developed by Satavahanas and Yadavas. Also, the concept of Swaraj was given by Shivaji Maharaj, or you can say Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Okay, so these all ideologies came forward, which highlighted the heritage or Indian heritage in front of everyone. The second thing which came into prominence was economic exploitation. Okay, second thing was economic exploitation. Okay, what happened was, see, first thing, when Britishers came into India, what was the first thing that they did? They captured the market. Okay, and once they captured the market, what was the second thing that they did? They ruined Indian handicrafts or local market. Okay, and small scale industries. Okay, this made the artists jobless, made their condition vulnerable. Okay, they also forced, you can say, land revenue systems. and also they had very unsympathetic policies. Okay, no mercy. They never showed any mercy, even though there might be drought, even though there might be an epidemic, but they never ever relieved the land revenue. Okay, and very stringent norms were carried to collect the land revenue. Okay, third reason was British rule itself, because this rule with it brought culture, brought literature, brought laws and rationalism. Okay, which developed Indians intellectually. Okay, so this further led to the social and political reforms in India, which further led to the demand of independence, or the feeling that we Indians are one and we should be living under a common stature, or we should be living under an ideology where Indians are ruled by Indians. Okay, so republic ideology, what all different ideologies which are practiced in the West were brought to India because of British rule itself. Okay, the next important thing was Western education. Okay, so with this Western education, Britishers wanted to create a clerical staff to carry out their administration or to help them in administration. But what happened? It went either ways. Okay, it made people modern and scientific. People started to get rid of superstition. They started to move forward in terms of society. Okay, so this helped us in this particular way as well. Okay, then the next most important thing was progress in transport and communication. Okay, railways, development of railways, post offices, telegraph. Okay, increase the pace of travel, correct, pace of travel, and decrease the time for travel. Okay, decrease the time for travel, and this directly or indirectly help to increase the feeling of nationalism, or help in proliferating the idea of nationalism everywhere. Okay, next parameter which helped in this particular aspect was uprisings. Okay, such as Kohli's, Bill's, Ramoshi's, Vasudev, Balwant Phadke's uprising or revolt. Okay, they kept alive the spirit of nationalism in India. Okay, the feeling of this nationalism was kept alive in India due to this particular thing. Okay, the next important thing was, okay, this was the sixth reason, I guess. Seventh reason was rise of the middle class. You consider any revolution in the world, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, American War of Independence, what was the major or premium cause for all this revolution? Okay, rise of the middle class. Whenever middle class comes into prominence, what they do, they demand for their rights. And when they demand for their rights, they generally begins the birth, or there generally is the birth of a revolution everywhere. Okay, middle class is considered as a prime reason for beginning of revolution. Okay, and the most important thing which came into India with Britishers, or with the education which was imposed by Britishers on us, was press. Okay, various newspapers, magazines, you can say books, were published by Indian intelligentsia to show how Britishers are not good, or how rule is not good for us, and what we as an Indian should do against the Britishers. Okay, our second thing, that we are ruled. Okay, we are exploited. They are looting us. All these ideologies were propagated by newspapers, magazines, and books. In short, you can say press played a very important role in uniting and enlightening the ideas of nationalism, or proliferating the message of unity, or proliferating the message of we Indians are one. This particular thing was done by the press. Okay, so this all things, or these were the major premium reasons for the rise of nationalism in Maharashtra. Okay, the next particular topic we'll be starting discussing, or the next lecture, we'll be starting discussion on Congress. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular session. Do comment your feedbacks in the session. Okay, thank you guys. We'll stop you.